What's up, guys? It's Numenad back here with another video, and today's video is my top 10 basic action figures of 2018. But disclaimer, before you watch this video, remember, this is my picks. If you want to do your own picks, leave them in the comments below. But remember, one more time, this is my channel, and this is my picks, and I can say and do whatever I want. So, the first figure we have is Basic Series, sorry I dropped him, but Basic Series 86 Akira Tozawa. This figure was a good first time in the line for Akira Tozawa, but the only thing I have is he has a boring face scan, and I would have liked to see him in the bright blue attire, but that's just my opinion. But this is why he's at number 10 on the list. It is a good figure, don't take that away from Mattel, but I would have just liked to see a better face scan and a better attire. Next up at number 9 we have Series 81 Dana Brooke. This figure was a better figure than her her first time in the line. I forgot what series it was, but I do like this figure very much. The only thing I have about this figure is the face scan looks a little weird for me, but it's a great figure. This is one of the best woman figures of the year, I believe. Well, I think I would, if you want a Dana Brooke figure, this is the one to get. But that's the only default I have, is her face scan was a little bit off for this year. Next up at the number 8 slot, we have Alicia Fox. Alicia Fox has her her newest basic figure, which was at the beginning of this year. And it is in this bright blue attire. I really like this figure. The only thing I have about it is that I don't like the way the attire looks. I like the attire colors and I like everything about the figure, but the way the attire looks, I just don't like it. I wish the shorts were down to here, and I wish the knee pads were a little bit up higher, actually above her knee. But that's just me picking, being picky a little. But that's why she's this low on the list. So our next person I do not have yet. I do not have his figure. It is Drew Gulak figure from Series 91. I really like the face scan. The attire was a little bit boring, but that's how his attires are. It's just his trunks that he wears. That's about it. And I really like the face scan. It's one of the best face scans that a basic figure has ever had, and I really like this, so that's why he was number 7 on my list. Next up, the number 6 slot, we have Series 90 Aiden English. This figure was awesome. I really like this figure. I really like the face scan. It looked realistic. I really like the hair. The hair looked really realistic, and I really like the attire. It was all around a great figure. So that's why he's number 6 on my list. At number 5 is the Bailey Elite 87. This Bailey was really, really good. I like the I really like the attire choices with the green on one side and the purple on the other side. It was a really great figure, and that's a really great Bailey figure. But it was not good enough to get high on my list, and the only thing I have about that is the face scan. I wish it was like her other figures were, but that's just being picky in my boat. Next up we have Dolph Ziggler Elite Series 86. This was an amazing Dolph Ziggler figure. I really like the pants, I like the shoes, I like the face scan, and I like the ponytail. But it just wasn't like, I don't know, there was something about it that was like, you can't put him in the top 3. I'm sorry about that. But this was a great Dolph Ziggler figure, but there's just like it wasn't good enough to make it to the top 3 spot. Now, we get to the top 3 of the list. We have Fabulous series, I believe, I forgot what series this was. Series 89, Carmella. This was a really great, attire. It was her newest. This is her new attire that she wears, is the one piece, and this is really great. I like the shoes, I like the articulation, and I like the attire. The only thing I have is I don't really like this face scan, if you guys can see it. I just really don't like that face scan they have on her. It's pretty boring, but she made it into the top 3, so that's a plus for me. Next up, oh my god, these 2 figures in the top 2 were neck and neck. But the only thing I have bad about this figure is the head scan. Everything else is amazing. I like the attire, I like the boots, I like the gloves, I like the knee pads, I like the articulation. The only thing that was a disadvantage with him was the face scan. I'm sorry for everybody who liked this figure, but he cannot make it into my first spot. Now, before we get to the first spot, you know I have to do some honorable mentions. So let's get straight to those honorable mentions. These are in no particular order, but we have Sami Zayn. This was a really great figure. It came out at the beginning of the year. Too bad it could not get to my top 10. Next up, we have Breezango. These were really great figures. I could not put them in my top 10 because I did not like their face scans. I'm sorry about that. And I wish it was in their Elite attire first. And maybe we could have seen Elites in this attire, but that's just my opinion. But these were in my honorable mentions. Next up, we have Rhino. This was a big stand-up from the Rhino figure Elite that we had last year. This was really great, and this is a Rhino figure to get. Next up, we had Bobby Roode. This was a great, glorious Bobby Roode. I like the boots. I like the face scan. The only thing is the attire was too boring for me. And we have Surfer Sting at in honorable mentions. I really liked this Sting. I've never seen him in WCW. I would have to watch some things about him, but this is why he's on my he's in my honorable mention. It just wasn't like that high enough to put him in my top 10. So next up we get to our final spot, and it is Kurt Angle SummerSlam 2018 series. This is amazing. I had to put him in my number 1 spot. He was back order for a very long time, and he has a 5-star rating on Ringside Collectibles, and this is one of the best figures we've had. The best figures we had alone in 2018, and this was just an amazing attire, an amazing face scan, and it was just amazing detail they put into this figure, and that's why I had to put him at number 1 above any other basic figure we had of 2018. Well, there you have it, guys. That is my figures of 2018. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Remember, leave down in the comments below on what your top 10 basic figures were. I would love to hear your opinions. And like, comment, and subscribe. And there will be a video tomorrow on my top 10 Elite figures of 2018. See you guys in the next video. Bye, champs.